So, yes, I was invited by the, police people? They call them the National Cyber Bullying stuff, right? And I was on my way to Tanzania for Priscilla's wedding when I was called upon. I saw the letter. I sent it to my lawyer. I put a call through. I sent a message that I'm not going to be around, but when I come back, I would honor their invitation. So I traveled and came back. When I came back, they responded with a letter and asked me to pick a date. I picked the date. And we went, me and my lawyer, we got to Abuja. I didn't know why I was invited, but I had an idea. But I just didn't know which of it was, But later, I had an idea of why I was going there, so I went. When I got there, I met with Officer Suleiman. He was the one in charge of the case. I was also taken to see another senior officer, the lady. And Officer Suleiman took me in, and I was asked to write my statement. You know, when you want to first write statement, they will say you should write about when you were born, your this and that, your family, your address, your da-da-da-da, I wrote. When I was done, they asked me that what's my relationship with Naira Marley. That what exactly did Naira Marley do to me? I said, Naira Marley, I don't understand. They said, yes, now that Naira Marley is the one that wrote the petition. That, I should also explain my own side of the story. So I started explaining my side of the story. I talked about, yes, I used to promote Naira Marley's song through my TikTok video. I've never met Naira Marley before, which I thank God that when he came eventually, and I asked him before those police people, have you ever seen me before? He said no. So let me go back. So yes, I said, I used to promote the song until when Mohbad died. I was in America. How they even buried him was the first heartache for me when his neck was broken. I think I was on my way back to Nigeria. I came back, I went to Abuja. And then I saw a video, a Snapchat of Naira Marley coming to dance, At that time, fingers were already pointing towards his direction. A lot of videos started coming out. I was angry, like, guy, this is not the time for you to be dancing when one of your person, whether the guy is still under your record label or he's not under your record label anymore, at least he was part of you people on Snapchat. And I was like, then Sam Larry also, did one video, was saying, later deleted the video, but obviously the video.
Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ṣì máa fi láǹfààní láti wo fídíò náà dé ìparí ṣùgbọ́n kí a tó tẹ̀síwájú. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ o? Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ti jáde wá sọ̀rọ̀ bí àwọn ọlọ́pàá ṣe invite rẹ̀ nígbà tí òun múra ìgbéyàwó ọmọ rẹ̀. Ó dé fèsì sí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ VDM VERYDARKMAN ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ẹ jẹ́ ká gbádùn ọ̀rọ̀ náà tí Ìyábọ̀ Òjó tí ó sọ.
Circulated, something like where Oku can sorrow, that kind of thing. Like, when somebody's dead, the dead cannot speak, then he later deleted it. I was like, Then videos started coming out about how he went to Naira Marley's house with some of his friends to say he didn't want to work with their manager anymore. How, they were beating. He landed in the hospital. We saw the bruises. He said, if anything happened to me, they should hold Naira Marley. How there was so many videos just flying around. Until when I now saw Sam Larry's video. When Zlatan and Mohbad were having a video shoot, and he came in with some boys. They were holding weapon. They were holding something like looked like a weapon. And I was like, So this thing is true. And as a concerned citizen, as a mother, I don't think I was the only one that was pained. Because if I was the only one that was pained when we did the candle night, I don't think the whole world would have done that, the candle nights that he did for Mohbad. We all came out. And I used my platform. Because a lot of narratives were flowing during that time. We had the narrative of the friend, they say the acting with ring. We had another narrative, you understand, about so many things. And then when Sam Larry's voice came out where he said, what he basing? What he basing means that they have buried him. All stations settled. I said, I don't want to believe. But with all these things that are going on, it's very glaring that Sam Larry bullied Mohbad. And what we saw happened in Naira Marley's house, where he was beaten, his neck, he had a teeth bite and all that. Then Naira Marley bullied Mohbad. And I was angry. Now what you see will definitely bring a reaction. What you don't see might not bring a reaction. So we did not see how he actually died. We only knew a nurse gave him injection, blah, blah, blah. You understand? So definitely we need to find out exactly what happened in that house. Even though me and some of we concerned people are angry with all the videos that we were seeing about the bullying. And he also wrote a petition. And he sang it in his songs. And he wrote it on Twitter. He put it there on Twitter. The Twitters are there. Internet never forgets. It's not like we just saw only those videos. Though. When Mohbad was alive, he put them on Twitter. He did videos mentioning Naira Marley's name, the Malian's name, and Sam Larry's name. They are there. So that is one thing. I said the other one was to find out exactly what happened in the last few hours before he died. I'm not a police officer. That is not my job to do. It's a murder case. And we must allow the right authorities to do that. So what did I do? I took my foundation up. The day I came out to do the first video, I already had contacted my lawyer. And I, said, I have a foundation. My foundation fights for things like this. So I took up that duty. Do you understand? To write to all the right authorities. And one of the first things I pushed for was for his body to be exhumed so that an autopsy can be carried out so that we can know exactly what killed him. Number 2 was to revisit all those that bullied him. And this is not just him saying I was bullied. We saw videos of bruises on his body. We saw when Sam Larry came in to say, oh, Nikurumbi Bailini. And after that, we saw a video of bruises on his head. And someone said, see what Sam Larry did to Mohbad. So, are we supposed to just ignore all those videos and act like it doesn't exist? Or it never happened? A boy died. It's one thing for you to beat a boy. And the boy is still alive. That can fight for himself. And it's another thing for you to beat a boy. And a few months later, the boy is dead and this video comes out. Any sane country would want to visit it. Except you people are telling me that bullying is okay. That was the second thing. The third one was so that he gets a befitting burial. Because myself and a lot of people were concerned about the way he was buried. His neck was broken. And so I wanted them to make sure that he gets a befitting burial. The fourth was that he was crying when he was alive, that his royalty was not given to him. So I also wanted the government to look into it, to help see that his royalty can be gotten and given to his family. At least he has a father, a mother, a son, and a wife. I don't know whether these things I did were wrong. That was what truly happened. So I'm still coming back. Oh, let me finish. So they asked me to write everything I know down, and I wrote. Then they brought out a video, a 3-second video of where I said, Naira Marley, this is not London, no, where you think you can do and get away with anything. They said I accused him of murdering Mohbad. I said no. I said this is a 3 seconds video. I said unfortunately this video has been for a while now, so I can't remember word for word, but I know that in this same video, me, I'm a Yoruba woman. The problem that I was saying was that you guys cannot kill this guy emotionally, spiritually, and physically because of the bullying. Not physically, Daddy, mentally rather, because of the bullying. Right? They said, okay, I should write it down. I wrote it down. My lawyer now said, you cannot base your judgment on a 3 seconds video. This video was very long, so we need to watch everything. And I said, because in this same video that people are claiming, I said it that. I said, le pasaye, can you call my long? I said, me, I'm a Yoruba woman. Do you understand? And that is how we speak. I said, but in the same video, I said, I'm not saying I'm the one that killed him. I'm talking about the bullying. That, okay, if you did not bully him, and your manians were bullying him, and Sam Larry was bullying him, what did you do? I said, you need to come and explain what you did. I said, at least I remember some of the words. Because at that time when I was there, I have not even watched the video in a very long time, but I could remember what I had said. I said, but if I had concluded within myself that Naira Marley was the one that killed Mohbad, I would not have written a petition to ask that his body be exhumed now. There would have never been anything like coroner inquest because he was already buried, cemented, safe. And if there was no coroner inquest, now that they said, oh, he's not guilty for his mother, would that have happened? Would he himself have gotten justice on the mother side? I'm not talking about the bully side now. If I, IYABO, my foundation, did not write and push, I did not just write and send you. I was going there, back and forth. We were on phone calls with the authorities. So, if I just had concluded in my head that you did it, I would not have pushed for that. The officer said I should write it down. Now there's a video. They put a camera in front of me, and there's a camera there. So everything I'm saying, if they want to prove it in court, is there. Then I wrote it down. Then they asked about, they showed me another video where I said, Naira Marley, that is it that one that drugged my children, put drugs in their food and drinks I want to be talking to? Did I say that? I said, yes, I said that. I said I did. Because innocently, I went to help this boy called DJ Splash. When we got there, the first thing DJ Splash said when he saw me was like, I have helped your son before. I was like, you know Festus? He said yes. Because me, I don't know him. When I was doing the live was when I heard something was also wrong with one of the boys that lived in Naira Marley's house. And people were like, I should please help the boy. I should please help the boy. We should not let this boy die and all that. I was like, okay. They sent the number of the brother to me. I called the brother and I asked for him to send the address, and I went there. Thank God I did not go alone. I went with media. I went with my production team. Yes, I went with my PA. I went with one of my friends, and I went with some police officers. So I did not go there alone. When I got there, immediately DJ Splash saw me. He said, "Ah, Mama, I know you." I said, "Hey, me, I don't know you." I thought maybe he was talking about me being an actress. He said, "No, I know your son." He said, "Your son had come to the Malian's house before, where I was there. And in fact, I was one of the people that helped him." I said, "Which was my son?" He said, "Festus." I said, "Okay, helped him as at how?" Now, I had already done the video. I was just there to see DJ Splash to help him out. I never knew anything of this had ever happened. When I'm not mad, me I will know. Yeah, boy, they come. So, I said, "Hey, oh yeah, speak." The media person wanted to start recording. I said, "No, wait, don't record, though. Because I don't want this to be all about me. We came here to help this boy. But whatever he has to say that is related to my children or myself, let me hear it personally first. Because I don't want to mix it up. Because that time it was justice for Mohbad, right?" So he said that Festus came to the house with Mohbad's manager, who was then Naramali's former manager, the lady, S.I., if I'm not mistaken with her name. Then Festus' drink was spiked. I said, spiked as at how? He said, yes. There's something that they call, I'm trying to remember the name of the thing, M something, I don't know. You know, like it's a drug that they put it in drinks and in foods and in everything, that they did it today, that they do it as a normal thing there. I said, was Festus aware that they put some? He said, no, and normally nobody's always aware. It's only them that live in their house that know about it. So when Festus drank that thing, Festus started acting funny, he was dozing off. And they wanted to record him, so he stood in front of them and said they should not do that. They wanted to collect his phone, but he took the phone on their behalf, and they were laughing, they were making jest of him while he was, trying to get himself. And then he dozed off at a point, but he tried to make sure that, they did not record him. He tried to make sure that, he collected his phones. One side of me was like, maybe because at that time, the Splash had mental health. I was like, okay, maybe because this boy has mental health, he doesn't know what he's saying. Maybe he's just talking. One side of me as a mother was very, very angry. But I didn't want to be distracted. I wanted us to at least administer the help we came to do. So I said, okay, you know what? Festus is doing fine, is in Turkey. I'll see to it. But right now, let's see to you. What is your story? And I told him, don't talk about Festus, let's talk about you. Then I asked that the camera starts rolling. And then that was when he did his interview. We went live, we did everything. Immediately he said what he had to say. The mom said what they had to say. The brother, everybody. I called on a doctor who handles cases that have to do with, drug-related mental health. He works with the Lagos State government, and he has his own private hospital. And I've known him for years. I think I brought him on my show before, Gold Mind. And I called upon him to say, sir, please. Because of my foundation, a lot of young ones that I see out there that we help, I always refer them for treatment. That's my own little quarter that I don't even come and talk about on social media. So I said, you know what, sir, I want to bring a boy to you. The mom will bring him. I'll give them the address and the phone number, please. This boy needs treatment. He's not doing fine, and we need you to help him. And I sent the first part statements to him. And I said, whatever it is, that is the other payment, please forward it to me when he comes to see you. Because treating patients that have any mental health related issue is not a cheap treatment. So what did I do after that? Immediately that was done, his account was put out there because I saw their living conditions. I saw that the mom could